Hi, today we're going to explore the Chameleon 20. It's a refreshable braille display. It's designed specifically for your child, for your student. It's portable and sturdy. It's built to support reading, writing, and connecting with technology. And even though this device is all in braille, and perhaps you can't read braille at all yet, you're learning just like the rest of us, don't worry, we're going to walk through it and at least get together so we're on the same page so that you can feel confident in supporting your child. So when you first get the Chameleon, you're going to open the box. So you're going to find the Chameleon device, looks just like this, and a USB-C charger cable, which I'll show you where that's going to go with the adapter. And it's going to come with this carrying case. Now usually there's a purple one, this color, and I believe one more. And it's going to come with the startup guide, and it's going to come in print, and it's also going to come in braille for those that can read braille pretty fluently. So if your child is just getting started, it's really a good idea to kind of have a place, the organized place to keep everything Chameleon. And I know that it's very, very difficult if your child is frustrated and doesn't know what they're doing, and I don't know, I can't feel it, I don't know what to do, and you don't know where to go. So I just thought this video could be a presentation to actually show you just what it is. Not necessarily all the tricks, we can do that later on, but just to learn what it is. If somebody says, my kid's bringing home a Chameleon today, the first thing you're thinking is a live Chameleon that you have to feed crickets to. Let's just move on a little bit. So the top of the Chameleon is going to feature, you can see this, it's going to feature this line, and these are going to be your braille cells. These are refreshable. This is 20 cells, and it's going to pop up. Whatever they're typing, whatever they're reading, they're going to pop up across here. And it's pretty quiet. There are some that are really clickety-clickety-click when they're moving. This is a pretty quiet one. So if your child has this in class, it's not going to disrupt class. It's not going to sound like a typewriter over there at your child's desk. The teacher's not going to be saying, turn that off. So you're going to get those. And as the child reads, they're going to move it to the next. So you've got 20 cells and it's working across. You're going to find some navigation keys and some routing keys. So this is the front. So this is going to face your student because they're going to braille this way. These are the keys they're brailing on. So I wanted to show you along the front. This circular button is home. Anytime they get stuck, they don't know what they're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know where to go. Home and start all over. That's the easiest thing to do. We've got space bars, and they're right here. On a brailer, I'm going to show you, I have my brailer. It is one big space bar. I'm sure you've seen it. This allows you for more comfort. So when you're brailing and you're hitting that space bar. This is the exact same keys as on your brailer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is considered .7, key 7. This is backspace. This is considered .8, and this is typically enter. So space bar and your keys, enter and backspace. And again, these keys along here, we went over, this is home, your circular button is home. You have next to the left, next to the right, and then you also have previous, which is going to move a whole screen, whatever the screen was before. And again, that's brailing. It's populating here in the braille display, and this is all in braille. So you're the previous, or you can move on to the next screen. If you've gone back, you'd like, oh, okay, I know where I am now. I can go back to where I need to be. Or we're pushing home. Let's just really quick touch on the side. You have a charging port. This is for your USB-C. This is one of those where it goes in one way, goes in the other way. Doesn't matter which way you turn it. The power button, which turns on. We also have an SD slot, so you can put an SD card in here and save a lot of stuff. This has an internal memory. It is small, but it does save quite a bit. You can have something on an SD card, and you can access it that way as well. And on this side, we've got the volume buttons up and down, and you also have an audio jack, so you can plug in and use your headphones if that's what you want to do. So we've gone over the keys. We've talked about power and charging. So it is just amazing, first of all, that your child has learned Braille. What an absolute, that's an enormous task. You can see that we're populating. If I turn it just the right way, you can see that it is. Can you see it? Is that not just the coolest thing ever? Okay, I squirreled. So there are several apps that are going to support the learning. There's an editor in here. And really, I noticed that in doing a little bit of homework for me, I was on here doing editor. We can then send that to a computer. We can send it to an embosser. It can braille for us. There's a calculator for math. We can store books and documents on here. There's a clock. And the kids learn the shortcuts and the key combinations. And once they, the best thing to do is let them play with it. Let them play, feel it, get to know it. They're going to start realizing, oh, wait, that's E, D, that's editor. They're going to figure those things out. It connects to other technology. It connects by Bluetooth. We can connect it to computers. It works with screen readers like JAWS, NVDA, VoiceOver. It can pair with your personal computer, an iPad, Chromebooks. So that way your child has digital content from their classroom, or you're taking home, or you're working at home and you're taking that back to the classroom. And when powered on, the main menu, again, like I said, everything's in Braille. So we're going to use those. We're going to use those front buttons. They're going to use those. They typically call those navigation rockers. Students are just going to scroll through all of this. They're going to press enter. We have some, I don't know if you can see, but there are, if I turn it the right way, there are some little buttons along the top. These are cursor routing buttons. So they can also use those to move the cursor to a certain spot, or they can hit that for maybe selecting something or clicking OK. I just want you to know that even if you can't read Braille, that there's so many ways that you can support your child. You can encourage them. You can help them. Ask them to read to you from the Braille line that they have. It just giving a little bit of encouragement, whether they're reading Braille or not, or whether they're, sighted or not, is what helps build confidence and independence. And we want to build that. And we want them to have that literacy confidence. So it just is about confidence and independence. So it's small, it's tiny, and I will tell you that starting on the Chameleon, you can move up. There's a Mantis, and then, it's endless as to what technology is really producing right now and what's coming out. But when your child brings this home, play this video, laugh if you need to. It's okay. I think my dogs are barking in the background. But this is a great time for you guys to do it together. Use the editor, use the calculator, just turn it on, switch to the menus, feel the keys moving. But please, please reach out to me. Any questions you may have. Your child's probably going to come home with this and be like, look what I have and look what I can do. And even if you don't know and you're not quite sure what that Braille cell says or what letter that is or what they're doing, please just support them. Ask them to see, hey, tell me what you're doing. Read to me what you've done. You know, we're here to help, and we're here to make them feel just focus on literacy and independence and the confidence that comes with that. So if you need anything, you need any help, please email me. I'm in and out of the schools all the time, and I have sent everybody's got my contact information, and I'll send it as well on a big card with the Chameleon when it comes to your house. So I hope this helps.